Hey everybody, I'm back from my little break. I told you I wouldn't be long. A couple hours, I think, if that. I didn't really keep track of the time, but I got a full belly, got some breakfast, food, ready to go. So let's get back into it. And oh yeah, and I prepared as Varshan told me to. I did my preparations. I melded all my gear. Not overwhelmed, mind you. I don't care for doing that shit. That's too tryhardish. That's just for like when you're going for savage content and all that. Just some regular melds so that I can do a little bit more damage and be a little bit more, useful in contributing to the upcoming trial. So I'm ready. So we're gonna go reconvene with everybody at the Mega Duta. Oh yeah, it's actually bright enough. I can actually get some natural lighting now. Here, let me fix that. It's 11 a.m. for me. There we go. Yes, the company board says Kupo. Alright, let's do this. There we go. I was like, I feel like I'm forgetting something. That. Boom. The lady. Ladies. Excuse me.
If everyone is ready, then let us depart for Al-Zadal's legacy.
Apparently we don't have to. Seems the void's coming to us lately. Jeez, that looks very close by.
What was that?
A deluge of ether. The mark of a terrible magic.
Fire aspected too. I wonder who that is.
Far from here. Let's go.
Hey, you! Stop! If you're thinking of taking to sea, don't!
What has happened?
We were out working our nets when a light suddenly shot up over Buffalo Isle with a boom. A massive fiend then took to the skies. Another blasphemy, we feared. But we didn't linger to find out.
Did you see where it was headed?
I can't say for sure, but it looked like it was northward bound.
I see. Our thanks for the warning, and do not let us keep you. Buffalo Isle is connected to Al-Zadal's legacy. This cannot be a coincidence.
In response to Karnyatso's defeat, they have come for our gate.
So it seems. I would ascertain the situation at the vault. but the fiend must be dealt with, ere people come to harm. I shall assume my dragon form and seek it out at once.
Wait. You heard the fisherman. A blasphemy, they called it. If another flying creature was sighted now, others will assume the worst and panic will spread. This is not the way.
We can work together on this.
You are right, Estinian. I will gather my soldiers and search the Isle for casualties. The fiend, I leave to you. The hunt will go more swiftly with help. Zero, might I prevail upon you to accompany him?
Very well. Then Estinian and I will make for Alzadar's legacy and secure the gate.
Stay on your guard. The enemy is clever and will have anticipated our response. Be safe, my friends, and may the sisters guide your steps.
We know the fiend was headed north, but that still leaves a lot of ground for us few to cover. We need a way to conduct our search more efficiently. Do you have any ideas? We split up and make inquiries, yeah. In other words, we seek help from the locals. If you think it best, then very well. So, where to then? The great work and the encampment at the Hamza hatchery? If both places are to the north, then the people there may indeed have seen something. Very well, I will head to the great work and leave the encampment to you. I'm still teleporting to the great work just as a shortcut. Give me a head start. Saw the light over at the Baflau remnants too, did you? We've sent scouts to investigate, but they've yet to report back. We will continue to keep watch here, but if you learn anything, be sure to let us know. Milady? These fishermen saw a fiend emerge from the Baflau remnants before heading north, you say? I saw what I thought was a ball of flame flung from the explosion, but now I wonder. It flew north in the direction of Kariath. If it is in fact a fiend, then we have trouble on our hands. We must remain vigilant. Oh, it's a fiend, alright. I presume you've come to investigate the explosion at the Baflau remnants as well. We're good to ascertain precisely what happened. Is there any information you can share with us? Shit's going down. A fiend emerged from the explosion and flew towards Kaga? By the sisters! Had I learned of this sooner, never mind. There is no time to waste! hell is this? Desires untold. Confound it. We were so concerned with the explosion that we failed to recognize that the threat had not yet passed. We must alert command at once and instruct the people to seek shelter. Is there a way to the top of Kaya? What? You mean to go there to investigate? Yeah. And again, you are more than capable of defending yourself. As you wish. We will leave this in your hands. The giant skull grounds are situated at the base of Kadir. I myself am not familiar with the mountain paths, but the quarry workers are bound to know many. It's Hunter, for instance. He has worked there the longest. Go well, my friend, and may the sisters keep you. You want to climb Kaga? You couldn't have chosen a worse time. There was an earthquake earlier and it triggered a rock slide. I'm afraid the main path to the summit may be blocked. But if you're determined to go, then I suggest you speak with Tremble. He climbs like a langer and might know some other way up, if not the gentlest. So it's gonna be rough. Alright, Tremble. What's up? How to reach the top of Kaga? After what has happened, that should be the last place anyone sane would want to be. But yes, I am familiar with another route that should still be passable. I was once afraid of heights, you see, and I used it to build up my courage. Though I cannot say I have the courage to brave it under these conditions. I'll take you to where the route starts, but no further, alright? Okay. Now or never.
Hello, can you hear me? We were too late. The vault has been destroyed. The alchemical furnace with it.
What? What the fuck?
This was their true objective, to deny us entry into the void. Kanyatso and Ajdaya's eye were a diversion. A means to detain us in Garlemald, while they went to work here. To reduce the vault to rubble. That which you hunt is no ordinary foe. Have care.
Dylan! You son of a bitch.
Such an exquisite sight. The canvas of vibrant colors. As was our world, too, once.
One of Golbez's champions, I presume?
I am Rubicante, the archfiend of fire.
Yeah, I remember FF4.
A monster in flesh. Yet in spirit, I remain a man. A prisoner of the past. Such tears I wept when darkness consumed the world, until Lord Golbez came and spoke of salvation. Thus do I walk proudly at his side, to see his dream fulfilled. Your heart is pure. For benevolent cause you seek the dragon. But I cannot allow you to have it. Cannot allow you to interfere. If you would continue, then there is but one recourse. I shall await you at the summit. Come, mortal. Come and weigh your righteousness against mine.
Mount Ordeal, now accessible. Wasn't that a place in FF4, I think? Mount Ordeal? It might have been even where the mountain you climb where you first find one of the Arcanes, right? Carmelione at that point? I can't remember though. It sounds very familiar, but I don't know. Mount Ordeals. 1 second. I did just eat. Though seemingly impossible, Vitra senses the presence of Asgaya in his force, prompting you to travel north to bitterly cold Garlemald. In the mountains you do battle with Kanyazo, but though you prevail, your victory proves hollow. The Archfiend of Fire, Rubicante, seizes on your absence from Razatan and moves to destroy the Void Gate and Alzadal's legacy. When confronted at the base of Khadga, he issues you a challenge, and thus you make for the summit to extinguish the flame of the Void Sense ambition. Now, unlike the Alliance raid yesterday, this one might actually be instant. So... I'm just mentally preparing myself, because it might be. Okay. So, Barbaricia went okay. We only wiped a few times back then, right? And that was day 1. This is now day 2 officially. So I don't think this is going to be too bad, but in the off chance that we do wipe a bunch of times, I'm using foresight here to say I should probably use the restroom now rather than count on it being a swift victory and then being able to use it later. So, before I queue, that's what I'm going to do. There we go. Alright, be back in a sec. Alright. I'm back. Go ahead and queue and see what happens. We gotta do some stretching exercises and warm-ups before the fight starts so that we're ready. We gotta power ourselves up. That actually goes well with the power-up. No, I'm just dicking around. Oh my god. There it is. Here we go. Let's see how much of a fucking disaster this is gonna be compared to Barbie. It's day 2 though. Unlike last time where it was day 1, so. And last time wasn't that bad. So, you know. I'm actually pretty hopeful about this. Might be smooth sailing. Who knows? Autarch the Flame Rubicante.
You stayed the course, as I knew you would. As too will I. Come!
Turn the mountain into a pedestal. Holy shit! Alright, let's see how it goes. Somebody was sending materia. So I can't even see the goddamn party list like that.
The Archfiend of Fire has no equal. The glory of fire.
How's he doing? Oh shit!
Flames delicious. Flames to me!
Fuck. far is it gonna rotate us? Oh, it rotates the platform underneath us. Alright. I don't think. Oh, I'm barely out of it. I'm gonna trust these guys. I didn't quite understand that one. I just used No Mercy too. What an asshole. Again.
I am one with the flame. You are the first to hold this ball.
So you've only done it in private? Yeah, I lost the whole fucking... everything.
Right, iron. Look now on my essence laid yours. Destruction incarnate.
What the hell? Holy shit.
I shall tear you asunder!
Damn, you gotta work fast to figure that out. Oh shit. Whew. Alright, honestly, I think that was a little bit easier than Barbariccio, except for that one mechanic with the rotating platforms. That seems like it's gonna, you know, that's a little bit tricky. Gonna take a while to get that down. Whew. Otherwise, yeah, it wasn't as hectic. Well, somebody kept me alive. Snacking on an apple. Animation goes for a while. I got 2 comms. It's more than I got from the Alliance raid.
It seems I was a step too slow.
To defeat all of us archfiends, you are strong indeed.
Why do you fight? What is it that you wish to say?
You would know your enemy's heart. Very well. It bleeds more than you can ever understand. But I will speak, and you will listen, and learn how all began.
How long has it been since the world was undone? Since light and life gave way to darkness and undeath? Since we were reduced to beasts befouled, squabbling over what scant ether remains? But you are different. You remember who you were, and the paradise for which you fought. That world will never be ours again. But we need not suffer in this purgatory of death and rebirth forever. Join me, and together we shall seek the promised land.
There is no hope, no freedom from the wheel. You speak a fantasy.
I speak truth. The Ascian's revelation. There are other worlds than this. Ours is but one of 14. There is no greater proof than the whispers we hear, born of a neighboring reality. A reality to which we may journey if we can but break down the barrier that divides us.
You meant it then. We will take this world as our own. Count me in.
Dylan!
In return for your strength, I offer you opportunity to pursue your own ends in service to a greater cause. A glorious kingdom of light, wherein all may know death's sweet embrace.
Try to go to the first then? Or just any other reflection, or the source even, and that doesn't care which one?
And thus did we begin our great work.
You intend to forsake the 13th and conquer the source?
Just so. Our home is a lost cause. Our only choice to begin anew. In this world, where we may reclaim our mortality.
You served Golbez of your own volition.
As atonement for my failures, I tried to be a hero. Tried to stop the war. But I could not.
So in turn you wage another?
A means to a final end. The wheel of depravity must be broken. Even the most exalted succumb. We eat and deepen the stain upon our souls, until only the hunger remains. Is this to be our fate for all eternity?
I don't know. About this and a great many things. But I do know that it's wrong to damn another to save yourself. Not everything need be a trade. This I learned from the people of this world. Even without a contract, without any expectation of personal gain, they labor for one another. I didn't understand it at first, and perhaps I still don't. But if I'm to achieve something, I'd rather do it their way. Else I am already a hunger-maddened beast.
Perhaps we have indeed surrendered to the hunger after a fashion. Make for our moon. There you will find both Lord Golbez and your dragon.
Why are you telling us this? That means there's a watcher in every moon at every reflection,
To
isn't there?
be so viciously slandered. Pride demands I prove my virtue at the last. And perhaps your own will resonate with his, and draw forth that singular jewel which abides deep within his heart. A desire which lies beyond his quest to free us from our purgatory. A desire all his own.
I still remember the flashback that Golbez had the last time we saw him talking to himself. And it looked like he envisioned the Watcher, the dude who lives on the moon, right? But he said make for our moon. So he's probably referring to the moon from the 13th, in the world of the 13th, in that reflection. That's what made me think at that moment when he said that just now, that there's a Watcher for each one. Because every reflection probably has a moon. The first has one. So it could be the Watcher's also sundered and made to watch all the reflections for Heidelin back when she was still around. To report on the state of each one, you know? So who knows? My inquiries delayed me. I'm not accustomed to conversation. But I'm glad I arrived in time to speak with Rubicante. As much as I understand his motives, I believe there's a better way. Yours. The future you strive for is one I wish to see. And I want to know why I feel this way. Why this fire burns in my breast. Excuse me. That was a burp. And we've reached the end of our journey. God's Revel, lands Tremble. There's nothing more for us here. What of Alzadal's legacy? Has there been word from Ystola and the others? Excuse me. I see. Frustrating, perhaps, but better that the gate be destroyed than used to unleash more void send. We should return to Megaduta and rejoin the others. A lot of juxtaposing. Seems the others are already inside. Let's join them. Lady? Anyway. It is good to see you both return hale and whole. Your friends arrived not long ago and are already with the Sawtrap. Shall I show you in? Hold on. Fix my camera. There we go. Please, my good sir. Let us in.
Thank goodness you're both all right. Unfortunately, we have nothing further to report apart from the loss of the gate. But tell us, how did you fare on the mountain? Golbez aspires to deliver Voidsent unto the Source, where they may die and return to the life stream to be reborn.
Far be it for me to deny them, but the cost to our people would be beyond unconscionable.
Indeed, Voidsent themselves are inherently dangerous. Never mind the chaos sure to follow should the barrier twixt our worlds be shattered. 'Twould be naught less than a calamity.
How can we prevent this?
The simplest way would, of course, be to strike at Golbez himself. That said, our task has been rendered rather difficult.
Indeed. Rubicante hath deprived us of a means to cross into the void.
Kenyatso's faint. That was doubtless what he meant when he said his part was done.
Golbez sacrificed 2 archfiends just to stop us. He must need more time to break the barrier to our world.
Then the days ahead will be critical. We must find a way back to the 13th.
We could employ another Atomos, but that approach would only be viable if we found another planar fissure. An unlikely prospect. Better we explore other avenues. If you will excuse my absence, I shall return to Sharlayan to look for information.
By all means. Meanwhile, I shall seek the counsel of our alchemists.
Time is of the essence, so wish me luck.
I'm no scholar. I'll find another way to keep myself busy here.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. But this one seemed like the slightly funnier answer. The skull alone will be more a match for those tomes.
I don't doubt it. She's a veritable researcher of light.
Zero. May we call upon thee when next we venture unto the 13th.
Aye. And in case you're wondering, I won't ask for further payment. I will go for myself, to try and understand why I spoke the words I said to Rubicante. And the fire I felt within, when you all came to my aid in Garlemald.
While our esteemed sorceress battles her tomes, let us see to our own affairs.
I will not fail you again, sister.
I guess that's it until April or something. Before you leave, I would once more express my gratitude. By your hand has Stavner been saved yet again. But before you delivered my people, you helped me rediscover hope. And the sight of my sister's eye left me bereft and adrift for a time. We may have lost the gate in Alzadal's legacy, but there must be another way to travel to the void. And together we will find it. For now, I bid you rest and recover your strength. I too shall have my vessel improved ahead of our next foray. To achieve his ends, Golbez has sacrificed his 4 generals. Such a ruthless foe is unpredictable in the extreme. But no matter what he plots, we shall do our utmost to see that he does not succeed. Hey, Crimson. That's a cute clap emote. Their moon glows red. Meanwhile, on the moon in the 13th, Oh, that's where he's hanging out. So he probably did kill the Watcher of this reflection and took his place up here.
Kanyatso and Rubicante have joined with the Great Flow. In this world, 'tis the ravenous who are useful, and few were as ravenous as they. You were fine pawns, my archfiends, and you have played your parts to perfection. But with the goal in sight, I need no minions to do my bidding. Hereon, I shall walk alone.
Cue up the Green Day song or whatever the fuck. Whatever artist did that song a long time ago, I can't remember now. Looks like a lot like the crater we have on our moon.
At long, long last, the end draws nigh. The end to life on that star, and the end to my suffering.
Beyond closed gates awaits your foe, where no path leads and none may go. Yeah, hell of a predicament, isn't it? Hollowed and harrowed. Cool. I guess there will be another trial next patch then. So they basically made all the trials for this expansion's post-game MSQ. They're not a side story like the previous two expansions were. 3 I should say, because Heavensward. Yeah. They're all MSQ trials. It's a lot. No. They're gonna have a follow-up patch that quickly? Though I long to rush to my sister's side, I also understand now is not the time for action. I must rest and prepare, as should you. I got you, don't worry, I got something to entertain myself with. All of the Radiant Host. Okay. Where is it? The both of them. My ladies? I had to. I always have to. Go, dude! There it is. The Hall of the Radiant Host. How do you know that 6.31 is so soon, though? Do they always do the next patch that quickly? But is it always like 1 week after? Oh, okay. Did they say it in the live letter? Because I never watched those anymore. Would you tell us of your recent ventures when you next return? I promise to make it worth your while. Well, I have some stories for you. Shadowed Pass once more. Okay. Let's see what they have to tell us about Cagnazzo and Rubicante. Ah, if it isn't Master Leon. Since last we spoke, I have continued keeping an eye on the Void Center. But so, like, they gave a date for that, Crimson? Did they say 6.31 is in a couple days? Recently or something? While the creatures have given me no reason to believe that they pose a danger, the rest of them remain at large. My fellows and I have yet to come by any eyewitness information, but their forms being what they are, they cannot have gotten far. Of course, it would make our search easier if they were likewise drawn to Ratatan. My other selves have been telling me about their adventures. Truly, your world is a fascinating place. I mean, your world is fascinating too, actually. So you've enjoyed hearing my tales? I would be glad to share more with you. Once I found the rest of you guys. The others have more knowledge of Mighty Voice than you see. A sensation. Could it be? Yes, I feel them. The rest of myself. They're very close now. There's 4 of them, and unless I'm mistaken... Excuse me. They're somewhere in the city. Please find them for me, then I might be whole again. As before, by way of payment, they will tell you about powerful voice sends and their past. Now, the nearest appears to be this way. Perhaps that's a good place to start. The rest of its fellows have appeared in the city, and you had best track them down. Judging by the direction, I expect the nearest one is in Dharma. I'll leave the creatures in your capable hands. Worry not, I will see to it that these ones do not wander off. Best of luck finding their fellows. The others will have seen some sights of their own. I would look forward to hearing their tales. You face that way. That is the closest one. That person's vineyard's right up in him. You've been looking for me, you say? Sorry for the trouble. I found the place with beautiful water, thought I'd have a relic, but ended up being washed away. I tried to get back upstream, swimming against the flow, and had managed to come this far when you appeared. After all that effort, I'd like nothing more than to reunite with my other selves. But if you've been promised a tale, then you shall have one. Nothing but small fry. See that mortal there? He fished me up, but promptly released me while calling me a hideous slug. I don't know what that was about, but it worked out well enough. Oh, to be out in the open sea and catching something big. But until I can afford a halfway decent rod, I'll just have to put up with this tired old fishing pole. know the feeling well. The desire to chase after big fish. I used to be a fisherman too, you see. Together with my brother. But the Contra Memoria wreaked havoc on the ocean's ether, and nary any fish remained to be caught. Each morning we would wake up not knowing whether we'd have food to fill our bellies. On a day like so many before, we were waiting in vain for a bite. My brother's face was fixed in a grimace, and I assumed he was cursing the war in his mind. But it turned out he was thinking about something else altogether. And when he finally spoke, the frustration was plain in his voice. Even if there were fish to catch, is this how I'm going to live out my days? Sitting endlessly with a pole in hand? It's like dying a slow death and I can't take it anymore. I mean, kind of why I don't fish. And have no interest. More so than our privation, it was the mundane, unchanging nature of our lives that bothered him. In the next instant, he blurted out, "That's it. If there's a war, I'm gonna fight too. That way I won't be bored, at least." And just like that, he threw aside his rod and set off, right into the thick of the conflict. Damn it! It's over! Oof. Get fucking soft. Ugh. Who the hells are you?
Surprise, motherfucker!
Someone looking for a fight because he's bored? You whooped his ass! Whoever you are, I'm in your debt. Having exhausted my powers, I was all but defeated, but now none remain to oppose me here. Perhaps you would consider serving me? You would be well rewarded, of course. I could grant you riches, castles. It's just like, nah, I'm just here to fight.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Well, what's the meaning of this? Weren't you a friend? Friend? I'm just after some excitement. So come on, give it to me. Only in this world can you fight a spear with a fist. Mutual destruction, it seems. There you are, thank heavens! What were you thinking, taking on Memorius with your bare fists? However strong you may be, you're lucky to be alive. Alive. Yes, I've never felt so... alive. I think this is probably Kanyata. Where are you going? No more chasing small fry for me. From now on, I'm gonna live for the thrill of battle. I'll seek out those stronger than me, and I'll give them all a taste of my fist. Never have I felt so alive as I did, risking life and limb, he said as he strode away, never to return. Some time afterwards, a rumor reached me of a fearsome warrior. A man would arrive unannounced on a battlefield, pounce anyone and everyone indiscriminately before disappearing again. Pagnazzo, he was called, and cursed for a feral dog. That was enough for me to know that my brother still lived. It was only when I became a void scent that I came to understand my brother, to understand the emptiness he felt in his mundane life. It inspired me to want to break free from my own unchanging existence, and instilled in me a longing for this world. And for all his quirks, he was a good and kind brother, always looking out for me and helping with my fishing. Like everyone, he must have turned into a void scent. If he had the chance to come here, I believe he would have found a purpose in life. A proper one. Thanks to you, I could relive those old memories. And with that, I had best go and join my other selves. Be seeing you. Cute little crawling away animation. Probably gonna make a difference. It's mostly equidistant, yeah. Jesus. What business does a mortal have with me? So the rest of me is safe? Thank goodness. It was worth risking myself to let the others escape. No sooner had we arrived in this world than we were attacked by fearsome creatures of stone. I drew their attention, and after scrambling hither and yon, managed to get myself to safety. But to so jealously guard treasure, you mortals must truly be fond of it. Lo, there's another place for storing it right there. Yeah. The other treasure vault you can go into, right? Besides the Excitatron 6000? They say it's mountain after mountain of treasure in there. We just need to find the coffers that act as portals. And then survive the guardians and deadly fiends. I don't like our chances with just the three of us. Less of us means a bigger share for each. This is like probably real player discussions right here. Exactly. Besides, what's an adventure without a little danger? I'm really not sure about this. Yeah, I wouldn't go if I were you. To willingly throw oneself into danger. It's truly a strange mortal quirk. Unlike your kind, we void scent are quite risk-averse. For instance, we wouldn't think to challenge a stronger being. Except for him, perhaps. An odd fellow who loved fighting for its own sake. Excuse me. His name was Pagnazzo, and there was nothing he feared in his domain. Employing deception, he trapped his foes and drowned them in a bottomless mire. It mattered not how strong they were, all fell before him. Yet despite his victories, he never felt truly satisfied, and through a chance meeting he would learn the reason why. That you should repel my attack. You're tougher than I expected. To whom do I speak? I am Cagnazzo, and I'll bet you're the one they say is seeking out the strong. Well, if it's battle you want, then you need look no further. Lest you misunderstand, I do not desire fruitless battle. On the contrary, it would seem that it is you who seek out the strong. Why? When you're hungry, you devour. It doesn't matter who. Your luck ran out when you strolled into my domain. None would so risk themselves simply because of an empty stomach. Nay, my friend, the source of your hunger lies elsewhere. What is this ether? So pure and sublime. There's so much of it, I'm ripe to burst. And yet, I still don't feel satisfied. Do you see? 'Tis not for ether that you thirst, but banner. You'll not quench this thirst with stagnant swamp water. Nay, not save that of a raging torrent will sate you. What do you mean? There is no joy to be had in ensnaring your quarry. For victory to have savor, you must place yourself in the midst of danger. If you join me, I shall see to it you never want for dread foes to grant you satisfaction. What say you? Why do I feel as though I've remembered something important? Whoever you are, I would know more. So that's how he slowly regained his memories as a human, where he just wanted to fight. And thus did he find a place to belong, upon the fine line that divides the devourer and the devoured. If he could do battle with just one worthy foe, he told himself, he could go to his rest forever satisfied. Sounds like that's what happened when we defeated him, too. From that day forth, Cagnazzo tirelessly sought out those who might be able to best him, each time hoping for bliss, but knowing that, like as not, disappointment ultimately awaited. A yearning so strong nothing else matters. Do you have such a thing driving you too, mortal? Looking back, it was extremely reckless of me to come to this world, but it has been worth every bit of danger and more. Can't wait to share my experiences with myself. I'll be on my way now. Thanks for coming to find me. Yeah, I suppose we're all not all that different, are we? We all have a little something tugging at us, giving us an urge to want to do things, right? It's not enough to just live, to just want to eat, shit, sleep every day. We get bored, we want to do something with ourselves. But it's just different for everyone. Anyway, the rest of me are here too? What a relief! I was taking in the sights in a village nearby when I realized I'd become separated. I'm glad I decided to follow the climber and head to this city. There are so many mortals here, so many beautiful buildings. It's a beautiful building, alright. Tiny one right behind me. Father, what is this building? This, my boy, is the resting place of the great Alzadon. Centuries ago, he journeyed here from the mainland and helped to end the war between the Matanga tribes, an act which laid the foundation for the nations of Ratatan. So it's thanks to him that we all get along. Ah, a tomb. A place for mortals to remember their dead. It calls to mind people from my own past. My mother, who died in the Contra Memoria, and the ones who laid her to rest. Long, long ago, there lived two powerful mages. It was said that none could match their might, yet they nevertheless continued to hone their skills at their training ground atop a peak called Mount Ordeal. One day, fell fiends began attacking villages unprovoked. Upon hearing the grim tidings, the mages came to a resolution. Through years of training, we have mastered our flames. It is time for us to employ them for the salvation of the world. So it was that the pair descended the mountain and set about vanquishing the fiends. Just that one left. Leave it to me. No! Don't! Please don't hurt her. Don't hurt my mother. Your mother? Ooh. Please save her. I beg you. What do I do? Means I have no choice. What? He's turned into a crystal. I said that I would save the world, but I couldn't save even a single life. My flames were meant to be like the sun. They were meant to protect, keep warm, and light the way. And yet... In his great fury at his failings, the mage's face turned red as a ruby. Thus did the girl choose to call him Rubicante. The mage returned to his mountain, where he buried his comrade. Upon the gravestone he etched words of admonishment and continued his training alone. One day, when visiting his comrade's grave, he found that a familiar crystal had been left there. Its presence lifted a great weight off his chest. Without words, it told him that the girl was grateful for what he did. That day he regained something he had lost, and descending the mountain once more, he embarked upon a journey, determined to use his powers for good. As sad as it is to lose a precious life, it's sadder still, I think, to lose one's purpose. Mount Ordeals has been swallowed up by darkness, and his comrade's grave with it. But wherever Rubicante may be, I like to believe that the little girl still remains in his heart. Well, it's past time I rejoin the others. It was nice talking to you, mortal. What? I'm calling me, you said? I can appreciate my separation anxiety, but I answer to no one, not even myself. I am my own mess. I do what I like when I like. I will rejoin the others at my own leisurely pace. Got a bit of a hard ass. Mortals, on the other hand, always seem to be busy at work. Short as your lives are, one would think you'd spend more time on leisure. You're truly strange creatures. Well, some of us do. We're not all the same, you know. Some of us do prefer the slower life. We're not all trying to rush through it. Still burning strong, just like the start of the experiment. 1 second. Excuse me. By the sisters, but tending the flame is mind-numbing work. Someone has to do it, I suppose, but I just wish it wasn't me. Tending the flame. That reminds me of a void scent I once knew. He watched over a beacon fire, seeing to it that it remained ever lit. Unlike that mortal, however, he did it of his own volition. Such an act served no practical purpose in our world. Even if night and day existed, we void scent don't rely upon light. Yet he persisted. Though perplexed by his curious ritual, I somehow found myself helping him with it. That happens sometimes. Sometimes even when you don't understand why someone's doing something. When you see the passion that they have for it, you can't help but be drawn to them and want to help contribute sometimes. Sometimes. Rube Conte was his name, and he went about his path dutifully. Others mocked him for his meaningless act. But it must have held some manner of meaning to him. And so, when I chanced to find the beacon guttered out, I made certain to let him know. For time out of mind, this routine continued uninterrupted, until that fateful day. I see flames dancing in the distance. Who should I find tending it but a mage of considerable might? With such power, surely you can do more than keep a beacon lit. My flames serve not to smite others nor to sate my hunger. Then what purpose do they serve? I cannot say for certain. To simply behold this flame somehow sets my heart at ease. I see. It would seem you lack the power to comprehend the feelings engraved upon your soul. But such a lack is readily rectified. It's warm, invigorating, and comforting. Where have I felt it before? Of course, the sun! That which once shone its light upon creation. Though it would set, never did it fail to rise again. And like the sun, my flames must never die. So that is the way of it. Through your flames, you sought to recreate the sun's journey. To recreate the world as it was before. Who are you? Who could unearth my memories, or memories buried in the deepest recesses of my heart? It matters not who I am, but what I seek to do. Join me, and together we shall banish the darkness and see that the sun rises again. According to the mysterious knight, the price to save the world was dear. The inhabitants of the neighboring reality must be sacrificed. To which Rubicante replied, I have sworn to use my power to save the world. If innocent souls must be consumed by my flames, then I shall bear responsibility for the sin. Thus did he choose his path of his own volition, and his spirit lives on in me as an undying flame. A world engulfed in darkness had become the norm for me, but since coming here and basking in the sun, I've been reminded of all that we had lost. I understand Rubicante better now, understand why he was willing to sacrifice all to restore the world to the way it was. To him, it was worth the price. Well, I must say, it felt great to take a squirm down memory lane. With that, I shall now rejoin the others. Of my own volition, of course. We have found the last of the Voidsent. Time to head back to the Hall of the Radiant Host. Can I jump down from here? Yes! Damn it. One, two, three. Is this all of them then? You did it! You found all of me! I trust I upheld my part of the bargain and told you about more mighty Voidsent? Excuse me, I was about to say, I learned about the past of Cagnazzo and Rubicante. So you had already crossed paths with them. Though the tales may not help you in the battles ahead, I dare say they gave you something to think upon. As mortals, then Voidsent, then archfiends, these troubled souls fought with all their being, and now their fight is over. Yeah. They're finally resting in peace in the ethereal sea, where they always wanted to be. Well, I myself have only heard the tales from the others. If I'm to make their feelings my own, I need to become whole again. Which I can now do, thanks to you. Go for it, little buddy. So all of them are accounted for? Then by all means, let's have them return to the way they were. Without further ado then, to me, myselves. Myselves, he says. There you go. At last, we're whole again. There's nothing we need fear. And that which each of us experienced since coming here? As if I had experienced it all for myself. I say it again, but this world is truly a fascinating place. I must see more of it. Yes, I must. I'm not sure what I was expecting. And now that it's whole, I can't help but feel that it's more of a danger. Ha! Oh yeah, I saw that was the new C poses for sitting in a chair. Isn't there new ones for standing too? Or did I just imagine that when I read the patch notes? It might have just been sitting. Yet, with the undersea portal destroyed, there's no way to return it once it came. What should we do now? What's this I see? Oh, it's Voidsent. There's a few of them in that direction. More of my brethren made it over, it seems. Curious, though. This is much farther than I can usually perceive. I can only assume my vision has improved. Could this be the cumulative effect of our experiences here? Oh, okay, it's just sitting. What? It can sense its kind from a vast distance? Pretty useful. Amazing! Such an ability would make the task of tracking down invading voids into breeze. Yeah. If the creature would agree to assist us in this manner, I'm confident that I can convince my superiors to forge a pact with it. Excuse me. Oh! If it means I can remain in this world, then I'd gladly agree to that arrangement. I can't say how much I'm indebted to you, mortal. While working with this fellow here, I'll find a way to communicate with your kind and make myself useful. Thank you for everything. Yeah, you're welcome, I suppose. Ugly as fuck on the outside, but pretty swell guy and kind of cute on the inside. The eye is watching you. Or what did Drebin say in MGS4? I have you. I will be on my best behavior until I forge the pact. It's nothing short of a dream come true to be in this world, and I'll do whatever is required to remain. With regards to communication, as the creature appears to understand our words, I believe I shall begin by teaching it letters. With some effort, I'm confident we'll be conversing ere long. Right on, man. And that does it for all the main content for 6.3. Story-wise, anyway. Now there's the post-story stuff, which is basically the extreme trial and, well, grinding out the raid once a week, I guess, to get better gear if you're in need of it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I guess until next main patch, we're done with FF14 again for a little while. So 2 months from now should be 6.35, roughly, the halfway point, basically. And they'll add a little bit more new content. I think maybe this time I will actually come back to stream FF14 for that content too. Because having saved 6.25 until 6.3 launched, I had to do a tremendously, yesterday I had to do an 8-hour stream. It was separated into 2 different 4-hour streams, but it was a lot. And then I had to do 6.3. So it was, yeah, it was quite a bit. So to make the workload a little easier with keeping up with this game, I think I might actually stream when it comes out, 6.25. But I mean, it's just side content, so for MSQ enjoyers, you know, it's pretty much nothing. But still, I could have experienced the Variant Dungeon way back when it first came out if I'd done that. And I ended up liking it more than I thought I would, so, you know, I was missing out. Because I was just too lazy to stream it and I wanted to focus on Metal Gear, I suppose. Anyway. Oh yeah, so Crimson was just telling me that 6.31 is when Omega comes out. I mean, I already knew that from the website and the special website for the 6.3 patch. But Crimson, you said it's coming out in a few days though? Maybe I'm just not used to the patch cycles yet. But if they do a patch 1 week after a main one like this, then I guess that's probably true then. I'll have to look it up to verify for myself, but maybe they said it in a live letter because I haven't watched one of those, so I probably missed the information. But I guess in a few days, like maybe next Tuesday, they're gonna add 6.31, and that'll be the new ultimate, the Omega Ultimate Raid. Considering how difficult Dragon Song Reprisal was for world firsters and all that, as it's supposed to be the hardest content of the entire game. I guess we can expect a little bit of excitement. You know, watching World First progging streams for a couple weeks maybe. I don't know how long it took for the World First of Dragon Song Reprisal, but it should be fun. should be fun to watch. I mean, I'm obviously not gonna do this. But, yeah, I guess apparently that's in a few days. Alright, I guess that's it. Let's check out the new seat post for sitting down, I guess. And then we're out of here. Oh, wait! Hold on, we still have one tiny thing left to do. A Wandering Minstrel, yes. Unlock the extreme trial for, Rubicante. Like I said, that felt way less overwhelming. I feel like Barbaricia was a little bit more hectic. Probably because she represents the element of wind and that's supposed to be really fast. So the mechanics were really fast and overwhelming, you know? Rubicante felt like a much nicer pace, and the mechanics were slightly more predictable. Yeah, it really wasn't that bad. But the extreme may be a whole nother story. Greetings, my friend. If you have a tale to share, this minstrel is all ears. Yeah, I got something for you. The Void sent thought to cross the rift and launch an assault on our world? Goodness, and here I thought you might find a reprieve from your dealings with the Void and its denizens. Pray, tell me more. I see. Theirs was a world bereft of true death, and so they sought its release in ours. The most curious impetus to take action, would you not agree? And this Rubicante, he too was prepared to embrace his end with open arms. Yet I cannot help but wonder, had he drank deeper of the dragon's ether, how brightly might his soul have burned ere it flickered and failed? In other words, if he was a little bit stronger, how would that fight have gone? I do believe this quandary has inspired the makings of a new verse. You might lend me your ear a moment? Go for it, buddy. In armor black the knight did ride, to claim lands wherein death resides. Hither would his people know, the silent gift of death's great flow. Honor bound, a fiend of fire, forged in battle, honed by ire. He stood defiant, soul ablaze, heart heavy with sins of bygone days. In another life, one might say he had the heart of a hero true, a heart broken, perhaps, by the bitter truth that the Void could not be saved without sacrifice. Yet he was willing to offer up his soul to become a monster, dying to uphold his ideas. A heroic sacrifice in his eyes, no doubt. The circumstances of his death aside, I believe such a noble soul is worthy of remembrance in song, that people may look back on the man that he was rather than the beast he became. For sure, dude. Now we're done. Oh, that's new. The hell is he doing? He's crossing his legs kind of like how I do sometimes when I sit in a chair. And then just putting his hands kind of between his thighs a bit. Hey, I like this one. A little bit more relaxed. Okay, we're back at the default. How does it look here? As I thought, it looks a bit janky when the chair's not big enough. I think it's about to fall asleep. Maybe that's the point of this one. To kind of make it look like you're dozing off while sitting, you know? Because I can just do... here. Otherwise, you kind of just look depressed. Okay. Yep. Perfect for roleplay for sitting. Or for sleeping. Falling asleep while sitting, basically. Good stuff. Alright, cool. I'll check out, you know, the other sitting poses. Oh, hold on. Are there any for ground sit, though? I doubt it. I think it was just for chairs. This is chairs. Cool. I'll have to check out the other ones on my other two characters. That's kind of neat, though. Good stuff. Alright, folks. Now we're done, so that's it for me. That's all for FF14 for now, I guess. Until next time. I forgot to mention at the end of Metal Gear Solid 4, 2 days ago, what my next series was going to be. I like to keep it a little bit of a surprise, so I'll just say this. It's a series that Hideo Kojima, the creator of the Metal Gear series that we just played through, has praised time and time again, very outspokenly, very publicly, for executing the open world concept better than anyone else in video game history. At least in Hideo Kojima's eyes. He says this company that makes this video game, they know what they're doing when they make an open world sandbox game. And he found it amazing. I'll leave you with that. And you'll be able, with that you can probably take a pretty good guess at what I'm talking about, because that's a pretty big hint, honestly. Kojima's not the only one who sees it that way. So, yeah, that'll be my next series. I don't know when I'm going to stream next. I need to start doing some sort of off-stream maintenance stuff. Like, I wanted to add a couple more sound effects to my soundboard, not too many. That's a very minor thing, though. But more, I have to get on a regular schedule for converting the streams that I've done recently into highlights and then exporting them to YouTube and then publishing them on a regular basis at a regular pace, I guess. So I'll be focusing on that for at least maybe a couple days, and then we'll, you know, I'll probably come back and stream, because I do want to stream a lot more often now. I have a lot more free time lately. So once I get on a good pace and get all that sorted out, get the highlights for the stream sorted out, start exporting them to YouTube and all that good stuff, then I will come back to actually stream the next hold on, did I cover it up? I'm wondering if my chat box, did I cover up my chat box correctly? Probably not. Whatever. Doesn't matter now. But yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So, as always, thank you all very much for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you, whether you choose to watch on Twitch or YouTube. Thank you very much for the support. And as always, take care of yourselves, look after each other, stay safe out there. And until next time, well, have a good morning, afternoon, evening, and good night, as I always say. Peace. Bye, everybody.